Ezzy, Pezzy, Lemon, Chezzy. If you have received a card that looks like this, or like this, then you have come to the right place. Good morning, gamers. Welcome to Minecraft. We're here on my world, as you can see. And this is going to be a showcase of my Minecraft worlds. My plan is to show you guys what I have on this game already, and then I'm going to do a new series where I start a new survival world. Let's get it, gamers. And by the way, that intro was just for the first episode. Don't worry about that. So this is my world right now. There is the forest I built and all my houses and stuff in here. I placed myself in between two villages because I thought that'd be cool. So this is the bedroom. We got our shutters here. We have our American flag, cactus, and this is the house. The carpet looks silly, I know, but you know, it's just a cabin. So you know, you can go up onto the roof. There's stuff here, there's portals just for fun. So this world is called Egg Inc. So it's pretty much a farming / factory facility that farms eggs, cooked chicken, and feathers. So this thing right here, this absolute machine is my patented chicken farm. So pretty much it's a 5x5 of hoppers. This row is all aimed at the chest, and then all the other hoppers are aimed that way. So it goes like that, and everything here goes into the chest. And basically, since there's a glass ceiling, it's just a 5x5x1 space that chickens can be in. And they lay eggs, and it fills it up like that. And these dispensers here are filled with fire charges, and that is connected all the way around to this one thing. And so the idea is that you put eggs in here, and then in this whole wall of hoppers that will all go into the dispenser, and then flip that lever, and it'll shoot eggs down and be spawning chickens. We're dealing with an insane amount of eggs here. So this, I'm gonna be like that, like leaving that going for like a really long time until it's just filled with like baby chickens, and then they all grow up. It's like packed to the brim. Like it looks something like this. And then when that gets full, I can shoot the fire charges, and that's how I get the thing, how I get all the cooked chicken. It's cool, I know, but, you know, it's farming. So this right here is the storehouse. The cold storage, embryo cold storage. So pretty much, I have blue ice in here, and all these chests are filled with freaking eggs. Like, every single one of these chests are filled with eggs. And then you go over here. This is the feather and chicken part of it. So yeah, you know, that's the storehouse. This thing is the solar panel lamp infinite power loop, so you can power all these things. It's not even connected to anything. I just have this built just for look. It's not, like, the game doesn't work that way, where you need electricity. Like, as long as you have, like, redstone and stuff. But I just have this here just, like, to make it more realistic. And same with this mine. It's not actually doing anything. It's just a mine cart that I just put coal in here so that it's I can kind of feel like I'm mining coal, even though it's not really doing anything. There's no like actual coal. And then this right here is the smelt house. So if any, sometimes the shooting of the eggs actually kills the chickens, and that's how I get raw chicken like that. And in case that happens a lot more than you expect actually. So you know, that's there to cook that up and put it in the cold storage. And then we have this thing over here. This is the constant source of eggs, because I'm constantly like building up and like smashing down the army of chickens in here. And then this, as you can see, there's no dispensers of any kind, so that's just supposed to be constantly filled with eggs, or I mean chickens, and they're just laying eggs to like fuel these. But I had to break some of the ice and or the glass and kill off the chickens because I was getting too much eggs. Like my storehouse is actually full. And that's another thing I should say. Every single chest was filled with eggs, but this is all legit. Like I don't get any of the. I spawned in like a couple spawn eggs to get it started, but other than that, I didn't spawn like any of the cooked chicken or anything you get from the thing. Again, these portals are just here. I'm not even going to be going in there because I don't really have anything even in the nether. Those portals are just there just because, you know, I like to I'm used to kind of having them in my world. So yeah, that's the constant source. And then this right here, this is the prototype. This is the absolute, this is like puts these two things to shame right here. This thing's insane. Like this uses really advanced technology. Okay, but seriously though, I know I sound like a freaking nerd, smarty pants, but look, you guys will understand. If you go down here, this is how this works. Instead of the dispenser being on top, and then the hoppers going to a chest, the dispenser is below, and all the hoppers go to the dispenser. So, and then the dispenser is being powered with a clock, as you can see. So all you have to do is, you know, do that, and then, you know, the thing starts going, and then this is where you guys are gonna kick at this, I think. So what you do is you start it up, put like a couple eggs in there, and if you're lucky enough, a couple is in like a stack or so, stack or two maybe, and that'll give you a couple of chicks, a couple of baby chickens to just start it off. And so then, once you have at least, all you need is one chick. All you need is one baby chicken. And then you can pretty much leave the hopper thing clock running and leave your game on like overnight or something. You might want to mute the volume though, because the tick 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 sound of the dispenser can get annoying. But other than that, you know, just leave this running, and what's going to happen is the chicken is going to grow up and then start laying eggs, and then it's going to instantly route it to the dispenser, which is being looped, so it's going to shoot it, and eventually those eggs will spawn more chickens, which will then grow up and lay more eggs, which will then make more chickens and then grow more eggs. So it's an exponential increase. You see what I'm saying? So, like, all you have to do is leave it running, and in a couple of hours, it's gonna, like, when you wake up the next day, it's gonna look like this. So yeah, that is what I call the looper. It's decommissioned right now because I tried it once and there was so many chickens it was actually lagging my game, and my freaking computer is amazing, and so, you know, that's powerful. It's too powerful. So, you know, use it at your own risk. Make sure you have a really good computer. Moving on, next we have our flag here. That is smooth sandstone. That's supposed to be the egg. This is our egg ink logo, and of course the American flag. We have our beacon with speed. So, you know, and then this thing. Okay, well, I actually didn't do all of the house, so I'm gonna do that. This is the enchantment room. we have, you know, this stuff here. Not that I would need anything because this is a creative world, but I'm gonna go into spectator here. This is also another thing for decoration to make it more realistic. That's an actual machine in real life that we need, but like I said, this game doesn't really work like that. But so actually, that's not gonna work. I have to actually break it. So how this works is there's a block of quartz here, and I'm assuming quartz is like a good smell. And then we have a clone ore right here that's putting it into a blast furnace that's facing into the house. So, so that's the, I mean, it's not really air conditioning, I guess it's just like for fragrance of the house. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if quartz actually smells nice in real life. I was like, you know, I can't have it smelling like chicken poop all the time. So, you know, and as always, we have our trash can. Actually, as always, I don't think I even showed this on this channel yet. So this is how this works. There's a hopper right here, and if you throw an item on it, it'll go through the carpet and into here. And basically, it'll just go down this hopper spiral into this thing that's all the way at the bottom of the world. And this thing right here is a dropper that will be going into, sorry if I keep going out of the webcam, but that'll be going into the lava and just killing it. So, and it's down at the bottom so that I don't have to do the tick 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 tick, because as you heard there, that would be kind of annoying. So yeah, you know, just trash can. Simple, you know, just something simple like that. Crap. And time to shut the shutters because I'm going to bed. Next world. Also, guys, look at my computer. Not to flex or anything, but when you have a $1,200 laptop, look at this. Okay, and we are in our next world here. It is a couple days later. This one is called Pinball Machine. I don't know why, it's just kind of my mix of worlds. So we teleported in this thing. We didn't actually, I just quit the world, but I just like to have this just feel like that. This is the map of the world. Look at this. That's awesome. We got our lava base over here. Rant did a video on this because I made it for him in his world, and then he made a video on it on his channel. That video is super old. And then I remade it here. We got this wipeout mini course thing over here. You know, you just kind of go across there, avoid the punch blocks thing, and then you climb up here and go down the water slide. It's pretty cool. We got our water beacon thing fail over here. This, I was testing clocks and stuff. So here are our two pinball machines. You know, it's kind of cool, just decoration kind of thing. Buttons don't do anything. This is our trash can here. It's all blue ice. Everything that's brown is blue ice under it, and then everything that's blue is hoppers aimed at the center, and then the center one goes down to the thing all the way down there with the dropper. And that's because if you're far away, you can just throw the item on it that you want to throw out, and it'll slide on ice. So, and then this thing is our death factory. Needs a key to get in, and there's a good reason for that. There's all this stuff because I was trying to prevent bats from spawning on the roofs, but it turns out they can spawn even if they're not spawned on the roof, which sucks. But I'm leaving it there just because I don't want to take it down. So this is the thing. You basically start at the clock, put spawn eggs in there, and then they would drown, and you'd go in here and store it there. But they added a water update, so now the items float, and it doesn't go in the hoppers anyways. And, okay, anyways, I just showed this, even though it doesn't work, just because it took a long time to build. So, you flick this lever, and all the lights turn off. That's why I wanted there to be all this stuff so the bats don't spawn. But anyways, you know, that's like that. We got some TNT cannons over here. I put cauldrons and hoppers to make it look like it's a flying like jet thing. We have the basic line activation, and then a bunch of TNT there. We have the one that stacks a bunch of things in here and also on the thing. So not only does it shoot a bunch of TNT, it shoots a bunch of TNT super far, since a bunch of TNT is launching a bunch of TNT, if that makes any sense. And you know, another one over here. And this one is just pretty much hit the button and then you do the thing. We got the launch pad, where this thing is actually pretty cool. You hit the button, and then it's gonna launch you super high in the air. And then I have an elytra, so I can just do that. Also, yeah, I should showcase this thing I call the jetpack. Pretty much, I mean, this has been in the game, but I just want to show it because it's awesome. Pretty much, you put on an elytra and you hold a rock in your hand, and you go like this, and you just, if you're launching, or if you're swooping with an elytra, and then you right click on a firework, it boosts you. And if you spam that, it's overpowered. It's freaking lagging my game. Up, down, up, down. So over here, this is where it gets kind of dark. I decided to make a prison. I don't know why. We got our cop here. He's drinking some coffee. We have the electricity maintenance, where there's a generator here and it's going into the main breaker, and then it's powering an electric fence. And then when I flick this, it turns off the power for the whole thing. Anyways, you go in here. This is cell block 8. There's a bunch of cells here. Every single cell is built like this, with a double bed here and then a toilet thing where you can flush it. And I mean every single one. And I mean every single one is built like this. All of them, even the padded cells over here. Some of the inspiration for this came from Outlast, except these ones are single person and they're only 3 blocks. So pretty much it's 100s. Pretty much it's 100s over here. It starts at 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it just goes down here. And there's 12 of them in each block. And then it goes over here to 201 down to 212. And then here's cell block, go back to A. And here's the leading one to cell block B. And then there's our trash can over here. This is all the destruction that the TNT cannons have done. That thing over there I'll get to later. In cell 109, if you pull the thing, it uncovers it. Normally it just goes into a pocket like all the other ones, but this cell, I added this thing where it goes into a sewer, and then you can climb out and then escape the prison. You know, I think it's kind of cool. Freaking thing. Now onto the thing I said I would get to. This thing is called the drill. Pretty much you build this thing and you fill this with TNT and dig a couple blocks down there, like 5 or 6 blocks or so, and then you just let it go and it'll build this thing, and pretty much it'll just drop TNT and drill into the world. And I just lit it up and built a bunch of little huts, like these little houses in here. Yeah, something cool. And the water beacon, I'm trying to get it so that the bubbles rise you up, but it doesn't make bubbles. If you guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong, that'd be greatly appreciated. This thing is our watchtower here. It's got invisible blocks, so it looks like a rope ladder. And you know, I think that's pretty cool. You can fly up to it with a jetpack, and then fly down to places, you know, based on what I want to go to. I didn't even freaking show the combo. So this is the combine before I get into the archer tower thing. You know, pretty much simple stuff. You put something in there and then you suffocate it. I don't know why I built that. Just, this is kind of the hodgepodge world that I call Pinball Machine, where I pretty much just put stuff in that I don't think is worth like its own world. like Egg Inc. was. Although I probably could build it in here. Nah. So the thing about the tower though is that it has a secret room. If you go in here, freaking fall down there, then you fall down into this thing with polished diorite to look like marble, and this is like my hideout. The frick did I just break? Sure, I'll find it later. This is like my hideout. So pretty much we have all this stuff here. None of this stuff is actually used. You know, it's just there. But this thing is actually how you close the thing so no one can come down. So pretty much what you want to do is, this was a struggle to make the actual like wiring and circuitry for this. So what you have to do is you want to do the opposite one first and then the one that you want to do. So if I want to close it, you have to flick the open one and then the closed one. And then bam, it's closed. Pretty much, I have it so it pulls the block and then it puts the fence so that it makes the thing. And then if I want to open it, I flick close and then open so that it pulls the thing away, because here, I'll just show you. So how I have this set up is that it goes over here and then this thing goes like that. If you guys know any like more efficient way I could do this, just let me know, because this took me like a freaking out. I was originally trying to do it with one lever, but then I realized you had to do it with two. But I didn't want two levers. If I knew I had to do two, I wanted it to at least be like two buttons or something easier. So then I had to try to make a toggle flip-flop, but then it took up too much space, and I kept having to dig low, but then so that I wouldn't come up above the thing, but then I was digging into the thing and breaking paintings. It was freaking terrible. But now I just decided on this. And there you go. And you already saw some of the freaking secret rooms in these paintings, and it was kind of obvious. This thing is for, this is the circuitry for this thing. If you step on the pressure plate, it opens that. So you can just kind of, you know, feel like you're actually in like a blanket. I don't know. This thing is just a bookshelf room with an inner chest. This thing in here, you go in here. In Egg Inc. I had the air conditioning smell freshener thing. Well, that's also in here. And you know, you just go in here to fix that. And there's a blast furnace right there that's facing the thing, so you know this place doesn't smell like crap. So you know, I've been spending time just having fun flying around this world, flying through this thing, just flying out and then flying back in, flying back down here and just freaking taking a nap. I think that was all I had to show this world, so see you in the next one.